Today we're going to really hit the chest, triceps, core, including the glutes. I've got a whole list of exercises lined up for you. We're going to start off with some chest presses. We're going to do 2 sets, 10 reps. I'm starting out with some 10-pound dumbbells in kind of a basic position. So you don't want your elbows to be too far down. You want them almost parallel with your body. And then push them out, press them out straight out front. I'm going for 10 clean reps here. So I'm going to grab a heavier set of weights for the second set of 10 reps. I'm grabbing some 12.5 pounders. I'm also going to put my legs or feet in a different position, and I'm doing this to support my lower back, just to show you another way of positioning yourself for the second set or the first set. So same thing, I'm doing 10 reps, but I picked a little bit heavier weight just to make it a little more challenging. All right, let's move into the flies. We're gonna do 2 sets, 10 reps each. I'm gonna repeat the same thing I did with the chest presses. I'm gonna start off with some 10-pound dumbbells for the first set. It's also a good way to warm up. So you want your elbows just slightly bent, and then you want to extend your arms out. You'll feel kind of your scapula, the upper part of your back, pinch together a little bit. And then you're almost like hugging a tree as you're coming up. So again, we're going for 10 reps on both sets actually. All right, I'm moving into the second set. Now, usually, even if you can lift a heavier weight with the chest press, don't assume that you can lift the same weight with the flies. A lot of times you'll want to go down in weight just because the muscles are slightly different. Even though they're still working the chest, you're still engaging some smaller muscles that might get strained if you choose too heavy of a weight for these flies. So just be careful with that. This is actually my normal weight for doing flies, this 12.5 pounds. But if I normally do like a 15-pound chest press or a 20-pound chest press, I want to go down. Let's move into pullovers. All right, so I love this exercise because it engages both your core and your triceps. And so I've got a 20-pound dumbbell, and I'm putting my legs up on the bench to keep my lower back supported. And you're lowering the dumbbell. You've got your hands cupped on one end of the dumbbell, and you're lowering it over your head, and then you're using your core to pull the dumbbell back over in front of your chest. So this is as much of a tricep workout as it is a core workout if you're engaging the right muscles. So you really want to just think about that core engagement as you're pulling that dumbbell forward. And you're also using some lat muscles, although that's not really the primary muscle group that we're working today. You do end up using some of those muscles in the back. All right, let's go into the second set. I'm actually keeping the same weight, but I want to show you another way to challenge yourself, and that is to put your legs in a tabletop position, because now what you're doing, you're getting more of a core workout while you're working your triceps. So having your legs in that 90-degree angle while doing this, you'll feel the engagement, especially as you're pulling that dumbbell back over your chest. You'll feel that full core engagement. I love doing this exercise. I always feel so strong after I do it. And again, we're going for 10 reps here. All right, we're gonna move into another tricep exercise. This is an overhead tricep extension. So you just wanna grab a dumbbell. I think I've got a 12.5 pounder here. And the key is to make sure that your elbows are as close to your ears or your head as possible. Because as you keep your arms in, you really get more of that tricep engagement. And so you're just lifting the dumbbell up over your head for 10 reps here. All right, let's do one last tricep exercise. I know I'm hitting the triceps kind of hard, but this is a tricep dip off of a bench. And the trick here is to extend those legs out straight and then dipping down so that your elbows come to about a 90-degree angle. And I know it's hard to see that, but you'll feel it. And obviously if you have some shoulder issues, this may not be a good one to do. All right, I just knocked out 10 reps there. Let's go to the front plank. So I'm gonna do 2 sets of plank. These are somewhat short. So the first one is about 30 seconds and then the second one will be about 45 seconds. But of course, adjust this to whatever level that you're at. And the trick with these planks is certainly the core engagement. You're also engaging your glutes to kind of stabilize, but you don't want your butt sticking way up in the air, nor do you want it dipped down close to the mat. You want to try to create that straight line between your shoulders, like your shoulder, your hips, and then your ankles. All right, so I just finished the first plank, 30-second plank. I'm going into a child's pose to kind of stretch out a little bit. Then I'm gonna go right into plank number 2. This one will be 45 seconds. All right, those 45 seconds are up. I'm going back into a child's pose to, again, stretch out that back. It's a nice way to recover from a plank. Okay, let's move into some side planks. I'm just doing one side plank on each side for about 30 seconds. And you can do these on your elbows, but I find it works better for me when I do more of a raised side plank and stacking my feet. And it is a little bit of a balance exercise here. If you need to, if it's hard for you to keep that balance, try by engaging your core first, or what you can do is put one foot in front of the other to give you just a wider base. But you really should feel those obliques working. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. right, let's move into some glute bridges. Okay, we're gonna go for 10 reps, and you really wanna hold each one for about 5 to 15 seconds. So go ahead and lie on your back, arms out by your side, and your feet are about hip width distance. And you're going to push up using those glutes, engaging that core. You're almost like thrusting your pelvis towards the ceiling with this. And so you can kind of see a straight line from my knees to my hips to my shoulders. And then just gently come back down. And then almost, you'll if you look really closely, I'm kind of rolling a little bit, kind of rolling up and rolling down. So it's not an abrupt up and down movement. And each time you come up, you really want to feel that glute engaged. You're also working your hamstrings a little bit here, but it's really a glute core engagement. All right, I'm just going to change positions here just so that you can see it at a different angle for the last few. So let's move into just a little stretch. So hug those knees. Kind of helps to stretch out the back a little bit. Rock side to side if it feels good. All right, so roll yourself up. We're gonna move into some glute kickbacks. You'll need an exercise band for this one. All right, so we're gonna do 15 reps on each leg. So you just want to put the band around your ankle and you're just kicking back. And if you need something to hold on to balance, go ahead. But it's almost like a pulse because you're keeping that glute engaged during the entire set. So even though you're coming back down with your leg, your glute is still engaged for each set of 15. All right, switch legs. And you may notice that one side feels different than the other. So a lot of times people have a dominant side. So you might notice that. Okay, let's move into our second set of 15. done. Great job.